the reason, mind was one of the reason I joined our system itself, because life at some point of time is not under our control, and what we think may not happen, or we may overthink, or we may not do the way we supposed to operate. Like when things go out of control, that's where the mind comes in, right? That's where we question why this is happening. And people who really get into the kind of introspective kind of mindset will definitely find the answer if they travel within the mind. This is my experience and my opinion. Uh, Let me not pull out more about the mind. Let's let's dive into the subject immediately. Here, I can see all of you all who here are almost master's level, and some are APRs also. So you would have definitely know more than what I could say about the mind. Uh, if it is more informative, that is, if you know already the information, just take this as a learning curve again, a revision, a kind of stuff, because I'm not just going to explain whatever I absorbed, but also it's more of the subject which we learn in our system. Okay, sir, I want to share my screen.
Please, you can share your screen.
Let me know if you can see.
Yes, please. Yeah, please carry.
Okay. So today the topic is mind the mind. Okay, like we have to definitely have to mind our mind. If not, it will start minding us. This is my opinion. And my reference for this particular lecture, I've taken it from Marishi's books, Professor Muthusa's Subconscious Mind, the lecture from which he has given in sometime 4 years ago, if I'm not wrong. And also Power of Subconscious Mind, written by Joseph Murphy, with a famous book, which almost who are trying to explore about mind will go through that book for sure, I believe. Okay. So it's nothing of my content, but definitely some of the analysis I've done through these learnings are mine. We can definitely discuss about if you have any difference of opinion about it. Okay. So, what is mind? Today's agenda, we're going to see what is mind and the frequencies of mind, and Panchakoshas, at which level the mind is operating, and also the 10 stages of mind, which is actually Marishi's beautiful concept about where the mind is, how the mind is operating habitually, as well as in through the illustrative imprints. Okay, and also we are going to see the three types of mind, which is very, very, very important. That's where the domain stays, from where the mind is operating. And also some of my exercises, which you can use it as your user manual for mind, where generally we don't get, because none of our mind is the same, and each of us will have a different mindset, and the manual may not operate for everybody in the same way. But in general, what how we can make use of the mind, I have just come up with some of the tips over here. Okay. The Wikipedia definition is very simple, which we all know. Until I could come to the system also, I was under the impression that mind is only operating with the brain, and it is related with brain, and whatever we learn and whatever we accumulate the knowledge, and that's what is all about mind. This is what is my opinion about mind before I could enter into the system. But that's what the definition also says. A mind is a set of cognitive faculties that enables consciousness, perception, thinking, judgment, and memory, and it is a characteristic of human. That exactly is the correct. Maharishi also says that if any living being, there are 8 characteristics which need to be there, and one among it is mind. So if there is no mind, then that particular thing is not called as a living thing. So let's dive into what Maharishi says about mind. Okay, it's more elaborated and more fascinating answers. Um so what is the first definition he says, which we generally all of us know about it, is like mind is a biomagnetic wave. When it passes through the brain cells, it is being perceived as mind. This is the general definition we all know when we come into the system. So the biomagnetic waves, from where these biomagnetic waves are in our body, are emanating from our body, is the question. The answer is it is emanating from the life force particles, and life force particles keep rotating within ourselves. It rotates by itself, and also it it just emanates the waves which actually emanates out of this life force particles is called as the biomagnetic energy. If those magnetic energy are within the living organisms, it's called as biomagnetic. If not, it is called as a Akash particles, or it is called as a universal magnetic field. Okay, so that's the first definition which Maharishi gives us. Second definition is this biomagnetic wave is it's spread it throughout our body. Okay, not only in our senses but also throughout our body. Each and every cell has the life force particles, and as and when it is keep on, it is an ongoing process. It's a never ending process. It is keep on rotating, and the biomagnetic wave is also spread it throughout all through our body. Okay, at any point of time, if we have enough biomagnetic energy within us, we experience that as a peace. And if there is any damage happens to any of our part of our body, say for example on in your eye, or maybe in your stomach, or maybe in in your finger, anywhere, what happens there is the biomagnetic energy rushes over there, and there becomes a short circuit, and that we experience as a pain. And if we are balancing enough biomagnetic wave, and we are having enough energy to do whatever we want, that is experienced as pleasure. And once our biomagnetic wave is merging with the universal field, then we experience that as a ecstasy. So this biomagnetic waves, based upon its operations, based upon where it is there and the level of it, we do experience mind there as well. That's also one of the function of the mind. The next function is, all of us know, whatever we see, hear, taste, smells, that is using our senses, that is the five senses. These are all converted into characteristic knots, and it gets imprinted in our body, as it not throughout our body in many places, and also in the universal field. So it just get imprinted and registered and recorded in our genetic center, and in a wavelength. Okay, if the mind operates at the same wavelength, then it just expands and shows us the information whichever is recorded within us. So these are the we can understand mind by these three functions which Maharishi has defined to us, and he has also elaborated a lot of explanation based around this, and everything seems to be genuinely accepted facts and principles, and nobody can deny against it, right? Okay. Next, we'll see, we also have learned about the frequencies of the mind, right? So what are the frequencies of the mind? Beta, where we operate at the normal level, which is actually operates at the sensory levels. That is, normally, even now, we may be at the beta level. Okay, that is, the range, it ranges from 14 to 30 hertz per second. Okay, and we do all the normal works at this beta level. If it exceeds this 30, then you may experience a kind of pressure in your mind, and you may not feel normal, and you may grow angry, or because of anger, your frequency goes up, or something which you don't like happens, or that then the frequency may go up, or if you could not control the situation, yes, the frequency may go up. Okay, but in the normal day-to-day thingy, the operations all happens at the beta level. This we all aware of it, right? The next is the alpha, which is actually the agna, which is actually initiated by our masters, by Sparisha Diksha, that is by touching us, right? So this is the next level of frequency where we intentionally, or by doing something with great concentration, we travel this mind frequency. For example, if you're concentrating on this lecture, yes, you may move to alpha also. Or if you are tied up with something else and just listening to the lecture over the phone, putting just only the earpiece and doing something else, then you may be ranging in beta or in between alpha and beta. Okay, so anything, if you want to do with great, anything which you're doing with great concentration, by default, when we have been practiced by our schools and our parents, and our childhood has already made us to practice in such a way where if you have to sit and study, then the concentration need to be intensive, and automatically our mind frequency goes to alpha for those who are really studying well. Okay, if it is not going to the alpha, then it is understood that they are not deeply concentrating in that subject, and they may not produce good results. And Agna, practicing Agna meditation helps us to keep our mind frequency at the alpha level. And it also increases the perspicacity capacity. That is, anything you will be analyzing the truth. I mean, analyzing to the depth, to the in-depth level, and understand the truth about it. That is known as perspicacity, and it also activates our pituitary gland, and our senses are under control, by which our ahamya karma is also coming under the control of our own mind. Okay, ahamya karma is nothing but the present, at present, what, whether you're doing good or bad, whether you're talking good or bad, whether you're thinking good or bad, if you have that awareness, that is called as ahamya karma. That is, you prevent yourself from adding more sins from this minute onwards. Okay, not of the past. Okay, but this minute onwards, you are in awareness, and you're not adding any sins to you as well as to the others. That is known as the alpha frequency. And next comes the theta. This, even we all know about it. This is meditating at Turiyam, the Turiya chakra. And mostly whenever we are in between the sleep and the awakened state, we mostly will go through the theta frequency. And this theta frequency will enhance our creativity, and it also bridges to the subconscious mind and to the superconscious mind. I'll let you know about it. And also it is being initiated by our masters by looking at our eyes. That is called as Nayana Diksha. We get the Diksha through their eyes. And doing this meditation, our pineal gland is getting activated, and it also relieves us from, while practicing Turiya meditation, it relieves us from prarabdha karma, which is the karma which we accumulate from the time when we are born up to this minute. Okay, the sins, or it just reduces the, as we keep practicing, it just reduces the prarabdha karma. That is the past sins. You may be working on it, and you may be trying to seek forgiveness if you have done mistake to somebody, or you may attempt to do a lot of good stuff so that the past sins get reduced. Of course, we will have the effect of it, but you may not feel that effect in a very severe way. We cannot escape any of the karmas, okay? But it will have the effect of it. But by practicing turiya, your mind frequency, your mental awareness, as well as the mental strength grows, by which those the effect of the past karmas, the negative karmas, will be taken up um, in a very constructive way, and you will not be reacting to it in a bad way, whereas you will accept it. That's what is known as relieving yourself from the prarabdha karma. Next is the delta wave. Actually, the frequency is from 1 to 3 hertz. This is where we get deep into our superconscious mind, where we attempt to keep in connection with the divine state. In Just now we finished our Turyati meditation, where we don't focus on anything, right, that is called as the absolute space. And this diksha is actually initiated by our masters, by Nyan, by their energy. Okay, and by doing this Turyatit meditation, we get merged with the universal magnetism, which is actually will keep you more progressive, more intuitive in your day-to-day life, and also it helps us to relieve from sanchita karma. Sanchita karma is the karma which we bring it from our hereditary, from our parents, from our ancestors. So we don't have control over it, but still, as and when we do the turyatita, we go and merge ourselves with this ocean of absolute space, and we try to merge with the divine state, and where there's all these imprints which is being accumulated within us gets reduced, that is gets faded away. You will definitely find the effect of it, but still you may not be operating in that particular sin's frequency, so it may not get activated from your genetic center. So that's the magic of Turyatita meditation and the delta wave. And we've been very well taught by our masters about um, all of these meditation. And once we start practicing, we there is a lot of chances for us to have the mind under our control. We don't have to suffer like, oh, I can't control my mind, I don't know what is happening. These kind of questions will not be there in our life. We will be able to find solution to our problems. Let's see how. Okay. Next, what we learned is all about the Panchakoshas. Panchakoshas is there in our scriptures, in our teachings of gurus and scholars. And this is basically to understand where all the mind resides in our day-to-day life, and how we can keep switching these places of mind in our day-to-day life as well. There is no need for us to get stuck in any of these koshas. We need to travel in all of these koshas some or the other way, but we do have the authority, and we do have the power to switch our koshas as and when we want. Okay, so what is the koshas? The first is the Annamaya Kosha. Annamaya Kosha is where the mind is indulged in the worldly, materialistic world, and it limits itself within the sensual pleasures. Whatever we see, whatever we eat, and whatever we enjoy through these senses, we do get struck with this particular frequency, a particular state of mind. And there will be time where we keep enjoying them, and if it goes beyond the limits, yes, we will be suffering out of that indulgence. Okay, so this is to understand where is our mind is. It's the first is the Annamaya Kosha. The next is Manonamaya Kosha, which is actually emotionally bound mind state, and where all the emotions, not only bad but also the good emotions, love, gratitude, um, charity, patience, empathy, sympathy, all these good emotions also there, as well as you'll be having the bad emotions. If you don't analyze yourself, of course, the bad emotion also emerges out of it, like jealousy, envy, talking lies, and murdering, and or getting the angry, or the extreme cases, and will also happen. All these six bad characteristics within us will be start coming up even at this state of mind. So that is called as the Manonomaya Kosha. This mind stays in this emotional bound status. Okay. Next comes the Pranamaya Kosha, where you attempt to travel inside. The first two is the mind travels outside our body and to the in the outside world, whereas Pranamaya Kosha will attempt to travel inside our body, and it will focus on the life force, and it will try to understand what exactly is the life force is made of, what is the origin of us, and and of course the perspicacity increases at this point of at this kosha as well. So if your mental state is more of into a more, if you have a very clarity in your mental state, yes, that means you are in Ati Pranamaya Kosha. So it's a beautiful state of mind, and it's always advisable to keep our state or reside our mind in this particular state. Next comes the Vijnanamaya Kosha, where the mind understands the relationship between the life force and the body, and also the relationship between the life force and the universe. See, we cannot travel in this world, or we cannot live in this world without the body, right? So body is also very much important for us to live this life, to carry this soul. So, in order to understand the relationship between the body and life force, we need to do certain practices. We need to understand what is our body is made of, not only apart from the physical organs, but what exactly the spirit which we are carrying, from where it is coming from, how what is the fragment of it, and how we can integrate our body and life force. All these research and all these applications stays in this Vijnanamaya Kosha. And also the life force and the universe, how we are connected universally with everybody, and also with the nature. These understanding and these experiments and these applications in life is where the Vijnanamaya Kosha stays. Okay, that's if you are applying your mind in all these aspects, yes, you are in the your mind resides in the Vijnanamaya Kosha. And the last is the Anandamaya Kosha, where you feel the ecstasy, you feel the divine within, you feel the divine next to the people who are around you, you feel the divine everywhere in everything. This is where the divine state, where you realize the divine state, and the mind merges with the absolute space. Okay, so in order to understand where our mind resides at any point of time, you can remember which kosha are you in, and am I supposed to see. It's not necessary you have to always be in the anandamaya kosha. Okay, say for example, if you are working on some analysis, okay, some or you're or deeply studying some subject, then where you're supposed to be is you have to be in your Annamaya Kosha or in your Manomaya Kosha. And Manomaya Kosha is more of emotions. So we need to keep switching ourselves, understand where it exactly resides, and introspect and change it. Okay. So that's all about koshas. Next comes the 10 stages of mind. Of course, I'm repeating all the basics which we keep learning in our subject. And this is very, very essential for us to lead our life in a very um, peaceful way. If we are addicted to any habits, then yes, of course, we need to practice this particular exercise and understand where exactly the mind is operating from, and which stage am I, and what should I be doing about it. So we all know that, say for example, See, there are good and bad habits, okay? There are some people who are, take an example of a simple brushing our teeth, okay? It is being habituated by our parents right from the age 2 years onwards when the teeth start growing for us, right? So, what makes us to brush the teeth is because of the foul smell which we get as soon as we get up from our sleep. And then the need is we need to get it cleaned. And the zeal is we make the effort about finding the brush and paste. And the action is we will be brushing the teeth, and the result is yes, our we'll have a fresh breath, and our teeth is cleaned, and we can happily communicate with anybody without any bad smell. Of course, that becomes the enjoyment, fresh breath, and that becomes the experience which get registered within us. And we keep repeating this not only one time in a day, but also before going to the bed in order to keep our teeth healthy, right? So this is being habitual imprint within us, and we don't escape this. We don't go anywhere without brushing our teeth. Am I right? So this is how we get habituated with good and bad habits. The one which I said was a good habit, but say for example, I'm addicted towards TV or television, watching TV series or Netflix, or maybe with my phone. Then again, you have to analyze what is the sensation when I'm getting the sensation, what is the need for me, and what all I'm doing. Am I pushing across my important job and going and searching for my phone, or am I doing them? That becomes the zeal. And what action I'm doing, I'm keep browsing, keep on scrolling the phone, keep on going through this. That's the action. And the end result is, of course, you do take some information from what you watch in the phone, but what is the result is you utterly would have been wasting your time sitting in the social media if in case. And of course, you may enjoy the time, but the experience may not be that great. But still, if you introspect only, you will understand that whether that experience is good or bad. If you don't introspect, you will be keep indulging yourself in browsing your phone or scrolling over the social media every now and then. And again, this is the habitual imprint which we carry within ourselves. The how to get rid of it is the next three stage, where you do the research. Where am I wasting my time? Most of my time is going in the phone, and that is the reason I'm not able to plan my day, or that is the reason even if I plan, I'm not able to execute my plans. That is the reason I'm not able to reach my goal. And that such realization happens, and you conclude, no, phone is just 1 hour in a day, that's enough for me. Or maybe 1 hour in the morning and 1 hour in the evening, that itself too much actually. And maybe use the phone only when it is required. That kind of conclusion you may come to. And again, all these analysis happens in our mind. Making use of which mind, I will let you know shortly. Okay. Then next comes the most important, the 10 stages of mind. I'm sorry, three types of mind. As we all know, we do have the three types of mind, which is actually the conscious mind, which that from where we operate with the outside world, with everybody on a day-to-day basis, on a regular basis. So we always operate at from the conscious mind. And next comes the subconscious mind. Subconscious mind is connected, it's a gateway between the conscious mind. It's a gate between the conscious mind and the superconscious mind. And it occupies a major space in our mind, and it has all the data inside. Whatever you are absorbing through using your conscious mind, it is getting recorded in your subconscious mind. And so it's a big database which is sitting inside you. It is the base of it. The base of it is our genetic center. Of course, subconscious is otherwise called as a genetic center. And of course, it is only way, subconscious is the only way where we can get connected with our superconscious mind, which is actually where the divine secrets stays, and the energy, the divine energy stays, and the intuition mindset, or the intuition capacity also will be retrieved, or will be you'll be able to connect with the intuition capacity only by connecting yourself to from the subconscious mind to the superconscious mind. Okay, so these are the three types of mind. We generally operate using only these three types of mind. It is not, we will not be able to identify exactly where the subconscious, whether we are operating from subconscious mind or a conscious mind or a superconscious mind, but mostly we rely on the conscious mind only, because that is the only mind which is always active, which is in the forefront. and that is the only thing which connects the outside world to the inside world. Okay, let's dive deep. Dive deep into this type of three types of mind and understand how this three types of mind dominates us. How particularly the conscious mind and subconscious mind dominates our life. Okay, conscious mind can be compared to a captain of a ship. Okay, where he looks around, he knows which place he's supposed to give which place he's supposed to land the ship, and where the wind flows, or he knows almost the routes in the sea. Okay, but it also places the order and give inputs to the subconscious mind. Okay, and what else it does is it mostly lives in the future, and sometimes if we cannot forgive, or if we are going to the domain of worry, yes, it goes to the past. The conscious mind is going to the we will switch between the past and future. Mostly the conscious mind focuses only on the future of the life. Okay, and it is an analyzer. It actually reason out many things, whatever is happening around us. It measures, it compares, and it learns, and it accumulates all the knowledge by learning from the outside world. Okay, and it's, as I told you, it's outside to inside. From the outside world to it goes to the inside world of ours, which is actually the subconscious mind. And the memory of it is very short term. It may not record many things. For example, if you ask me what I ate last night, I'll be able to say. What I ate uh, 2 days back also, I'll be able to say. But if you ask me what I ate for dinner last month, 15th of September, I will not be able to say, because the conscious mind don't records all of these stuff, and it is a very short term memory only. Okay, and the next is actually the mind operates in a logical way. That's what I said, it is very calculative, and it is intellectual, and it compares using a lot of parameters, and it expands to in such a way where all our knowledge, keep accumulating the knowledge. But this how we accumulate, how we get interest is based on our conscious mind only. Okay, we learn through our conscious mind only, and it helps us in decision making, planning, communication through language, critical thinking, and also deliberate reasoning. Okay, next comes the subconscious mind. We can compare the subconscious mind to the engineers who are working inside the ship. Okay, not the captain who monitors the outside world of the ship, but inside the ship, where they get the instruction from the captain, which is the conscious mind, and operate from that level. Okay, and it listens to only to the conscious mind. They have no vision about the future. It just simply blindly follows whatever the conscious mind says to them. Do not analyze. As I said, it do not analyze. It just believes, and it perceives whatever it say. It is like more like a hypnotizer. The hypnotizer, what they will do is they try to hypnotize the patient, and try to travel into their subconscious mind and understand what exactly deep into their subconscious mind, and treat them right. I've read in some article that hypnotizer, if they take a glass of water to the patient and say that this is a pepper, the patient whose eyes are closed will simply believe that the pepper is next to his nose, and will start sneezing, it seems. That means the subconscious mind has a record inside that if it is a pepper, definitely we will get the sneeze. So the subconscious mind is so powerful, where it get hypnotized by the conscious mind. Okay, so I don't know which is powerful, whether conscious mind or subconscious mind. And it is always inside out. Whatever is being programmed or whatever is being recorded inside, that only will be exhibited outside. And it's a long term memory. It carries all the memory since you got incepted in your mother's womb. That is, it carries a memory of your genetics, your life, and of course our ancestors, whatever. That's what I told. It's a genetic. Okay, so it has a very long term memory within itself. Okay, and it is a very emotional, intuitive. Also, if it gets connected to superconscious, it will get intuitive and it is irrational. It is not rational. And it also regulates our breathing, digestion, memory, emotion, beliefs, attitudes, and the gut feeling within us. And the operations of many organs happens subconsciously by this. By making use of the subconscious mind only, that's where the what we understand is each and every cell has the intellectual to operate. So that's where it sits. Okay. And it is strong in our strong habits, our belief system is all of them are operating from the subconscious mind only and not from the conscious mind. But it gets feeded by our conscious mind from the outside world. So it's one way it gets feeded by the conscious mind, another way whatever we carry within, that is whatever we carry in our genetic center, it is being reflected through our subconscious mind only. Okay, the subconscious mind also do not know who is their captain. Okay, the captain may be a pirate also who robs the world. He may be a bad guy also, but the subconscious mind don't know about it. Whatever the instruction the captain gives, he keeps operating. Okay, so that's all about the subconscious mind. There are many much more details about subconscious mind, but I'm just running short of time. Maybe next session we can have a more discussion about it. But let's go on what I have analyzed from the conscious and subconscious mind. Okay, so these three type of mind, which is more powerful as per you? Anybody can say which is more powerful? I can and people can chat with me if you all want,
You can
or
enter
can
in the
unmute
chat
and
box.
say. There is an answer. Okay, great. Okay. Subconscious mind is powerful. Ayana Chala says subconscious mind is powerful. Revati says subconscious powerful. Okay. Anybody else? Okay. Yeah. People say that subconscious mind is very powerful. Okay. I will say let us discuss about this, which is more powerful later. Okay. Um, Mostly the subconscious. Looking at this picture, this I took from the internet only. And it has all the details. Whatever I discussed, everything is in this diagram. The outer layer is the conscious mind, where actually the analysis happens, and it stores and it takes all the data from the outside world, and the beta brain waves operate from this particular mind level, and the rational and reasonable thinking also happen only at this conscious mind, and can only process 5 to 7 bits of information. That's what it has a very short term memory only, and it has a limited space. Absolutely. And it is a critical factor between conscious and subconscious mind. Yes, each and every mind do interact with other mind, and it has an impact on the other minds also. So actually the willpower resides here. It easily overridden from the emotions are high. We try to control most of our behaviors and beliefs with this willpower. Yes, absolutely. What we think is we are more powerful, that our brain is more powerful, and we can do anything with our brain power. This is what the willpower thinks about this is what the conscious mind thinks about themselves. Okay, but the subconscious mind is, on the other hand, actually is the a real one. That is, people think it don't understand whether what is happening outside is real or imagined. It just takes it just thinks that whatever happening outside whatever the conscious mind inputs is the real thing which is happening there, and all the feelings and emotions are coming from there, and the subconscious mind is like the hard drive. I will say it is a software. It's a program being made by the conscious mind. Of course, even this they also say the same. They say, however, this part of the mind is programmed is how to behave. Okay, so based on your input from the conscious mind, you program the subconscious mind about how to handle, how to behave, and how to be within. Okay, so much it is much more powerful. They say it's much more powerful than the conscious mind, but it is not smart to think whether it is good or bad, which is with the way it operates. So if it is not able to think which is good or bad, then who is the culprit, whether the conscious mind is the culprit or subconscious mind is culprit. This question always comes to us. And actually, the permanent memory, as I told you, long-term memory is also stored here, and alpha and theta brain waves operate from the subconscious mind, and it has unlimited spaces. The next is the superconscious mind, which is otherwise called as the unconscious mind. This has a direct connection to our divinity and the immune system. That is, the whole body operates based on this superconscious mind only. Of course, the subconscious mind helps it to connect with the superconscious mind and the subconscious mind. Now, let us also see when our analyzing mind, which is actually the subconscious mind, if we keep analyzing, what will happen? And if we don't analyze, what will happen? Okay, so when we can operate from the conscious mind and when we can operate from the subconscious and superconscious mind. When you are into a study of detail, where you need to do detailed study and you need to have a precision in about your data and about the information which you are gathering, yes, you need to be on your subconscious. I mean, you need to be in your conscious mind. And when you're assembling information, you need to get connected with the outside world, network with the outside world, and gather all the information. Yes, you need to be in your conscious mind. When you are planning how to get to any place, yes, you need to you need to be in your conscious mind. And if you're writing software or programming something, yes, you need to be in your, or cooking also, for that reason, for the first time, if you're cooking, you need to be in your conscious mind. And if you want to look smart, yes, conscious mind, that is, look smart in sense comparing with others, and like trying to prove you're smart in front of others. Yes, people operate generally from the conscious mind only. When this analyzer stops working, when we have to stop it, and move to the subconscious mind, is when we see the big picture, when we think that the whole universe is being operated by one source. Okay, that understanding, when you're moving into the spiritual angle, when you're moving into more broader aspects of life, yes, you have to see the life, you have to view, you have to operate the mind from the subconscious and superconscious mind. And when you want to have a holistic understanding about life, like life is not only about studying, growing, getting money, going around, making children, and then going back. It is much more than that. It is about understanding what is this nature made of? Why are we here? What is the purpose? All this holistic understanding we need to operate from the subconscious and the superconscious mind, particularly superconscious mind. And the way to address the superconscious mind is through only subconscious mind only. And know where to go. That is, conscious mind will plan how to go. Okay, but if you know your destination, you know all of our purpose, we know all of our destination, we know, then that's where the superconscious works over there. And if you're learning a language, it's always better to um, or if you have already learned a language, it is all sitting in your subconscious mind only. If you want to look wise, you have to operate from the subconscious mind level. Okay. Now, how we can tune our mind with this conscious and subconscious mind, with this conscious and subconscious. Let us see some. These are things which I took from the power of subconscious mind. Okay, it says that success rate in our universe, that is in our world, is very less. That only around 5% or 3% of people are very successful. That is, when you take them in the field of fame, power, money, and authority, very few are very successful. See, not everybody becomes Ratan Tata, not everybody becomes Mukesh Ambani, not everybody becomes Elon Musk. Okay, why most of us are operating only below the 80% or below the 95%. Some are little bit closer to them, but some are below that. Okay, why? What is the reason? It all mainly depends upon how we operate and how we make use of our mind. Mostly, in our day-to-day life, what we do is we envy at people. Okay, this is one of the characteristics which actually is part of our mind. And what happens is, like, say for example, if somebody It starts from the school days by our parents and teachers. Oh, wow, the one who got 100 marks will get the trophy, and they become the hero in the class. Okay, and so they are being compared, and that's where the comparison all of about starts. And we what happened because of the comparison, we get envy about them, we become jealous about them. And if that emotion is being given to your mind, then you will not attract the good stuffs. Okay, you because you're keep giving the envy, keep giving the jealousy, and keep you if that will not help you to attract the good stuffs. Say for example, if you are criticizing any of, or you are being criticized by all your by any two of your friends, okay, very every day, will you be friends with them? Yes or no? No, right? We will try to avoid them and we will move out of it. The same thing happens here also. If you are giving negative emotion towards your success, okay, say for example, success is about getting good marks. Okay, this is a very simple example. Or maybe achieving ideal weight. Okay, that is my success. It's success is very subjective, right? So in that case, if you keep envying people who are healthy, or if you keep envying people who are actually I mean securing good marks, will you be able to attract the methodology or the strategy which you have to apply to arrive to your results? No, you are actually you're losing if you are trying to envy any of the if you lose at what you condemn. Okay, that's what is the mantra all about. And what is the solution is, feel happy for them. Okay, whomever you see, feel happy for them, get inspired and learn the strategies, elevate your vibration and aura. These are the only solution which will help you to achieve those target and goals and be successful in those areas. Okay, so why you have to compare? Try to emphasize the contempt mindset there. What you are, oh, now I am 75. Okay, I'm happy for it. I wear 80. Now I became 75 kg. Let me move on. What is my ideal weight? Let me move on. Next target is 73. So you compare within yourself, not about somebody who's Miss World or Mr. World, and don't try to have that kind of mindset. We don't have to compare ourselves with others. We have to be self-content with ourselves in any field. I'm just gave you one example, but in any field, just be content. That's what even Maharishi says. He will say in Tamil, Nirai Manam, contempt mindset. That only will give you all the materialistic success in your life. Okay. And next is gratitude. When there is a complaint, there is no gratitude in your mind. Okay. When there is a gratitude, there is no complaint about anything in your life. So if you feel happy about what you have, then that will definitely elevate your that only you keep feeding into your conscious and subconscious mind, and the mind thinks, yes, this person is happy with what she is, let me give it, let me bless them with whatever he's asking, whatever he's happy with. Okay, but if you keep complaining, then the subconscious mind think, oh, this person wants more complaint. Okay, let me bring more complaint, more scenario of complaints in their life. This is how the mind operates, and this is how you attract things into your life. Okay, so you attract what you appreciate. If you don't appreciate, you attract that only. Okay, so in this case, which mind should we switch to? We need to we need to be in the conscious mind to analyze the strategies, and we have to understand how the world operates, what is the methodology I'm supposed to apply to achieve that success in any of the areas. All this is being done by the conscious mind, and keep feeding it to the subconscious mind. And when you start practicing gratitude, of course you are operating from the subconscious mind, so you have the authority to switch your mind also. Okay, so say for example, at any point of time, if I'm looking at a beautiful car on the road, and I'm driving a normal car, then what happens? Oh, mine, what a beautiful car! I don't have this. This mind sets in, right? And immediately, so where the mind is actually is in the conscious mind, where you compare and you're not happy and you're complaining and you say that I don't have, I'm not, I can't afford. All these statements gets into us. So at this point time, immediately you have to go to the gratitude mode. Yes, I'm happy with what I have, but I will aspire for a better car. I will save it. I will see what I can do. So if you switch it to that level, yes, the gratitude level, and once you start feeling that happiness, and you start, oh great, so they worked for it, and that's the reason he got the beautiful car. Wow, great. So if you move it to that appreciation mode, yes, then you are moving into you're feeding that particular um emotion to your subconscious mind, and it will bring good stuffs only. Okay, this is one example. Now, one scenario. Another scenario where your mind is not helping you to achieve the success is the fear. That is feeling anxious about whatever happening in our world. This happens mostly with women, with their children, with their family, because we are more family bound, and we think more for them, we work for them, we serve them. And what happens is, normally we think, even if the child comes 1/2 an hour late from school, we think, oh, what would have happened? Is he traveling safely? Or anything happened at school? Or what will be the result of his exam? How will he do? All this fear and anxious feeling actually making your success, or making your expectations, whatever you have in your life, in a ulta way. That is, it will not give you the exact one. The fear, actually, you're feeding more of the fear, the negative feeling inside, and the unconsciously and subconsciously, you are not attracting the opposite of fear is being bold and being positive. Okay, you're not attracting and you're not believing in the universe. Yes. And what happens is, the universe will not serve you, it will bring in only the negative stuffs. What you can do is, in order to get rid of this, is you can think what the worst could happen, and how can I address it. That you can arrive to, but that is arriving to the contingency plan. But you have to forget it immediately. Do the contingency plan and put it aside. Say, for example, if you're going to fail in the exam, as a student, I'm saying, if you're going to fail in or if you don't get the promotion, what is the next step I'm supposed to do? If I'm not landing up with that goal, what am I supposed to do? That is the contingency plan. Okay, I have this. I can do this to go forward. Okay. Or if I'm losing a job, what is my contingency plan? See, you should not be thinking about keep on losing the job, but do the contingency plan. What is my next plan if I'm going to lose the job? Am I having enough reserve? Is my children are safe with the school fees to pay? Will I be able to meet up with all the expenses? Where is the reserve for me? Yes, I'm preparing for it. Yes. And then I'm forgetting it and keeping aside and move to the next. So this is how you switch from your conscious mind and the subconscious mind. Okay. So consciously, you have to plan what you're supposed to do on the contingency plan, and feed it to the subconscious mind and forget it, and believe in the universe that such everything will happen good, and stay in awareness what your mind is thinking, whether it is in the fear mode or in the non-fear mode. That is, you're bold enough, you're safe enough, that mode, and you keep believe in the universe, means you're moving to your superconscious mind only. Okay. Next thingy problem which actually prevents us from getting the success is lack of clarity in any of your in any or one of the area of your life. Say, for example, if you're taking a taxi, okay, and you want to reach some place, for example, you want to go Vakra, and you say the taxi driver, go to Vakra, okay, and he says, fine, let us go. Now, what happens is, you say, no, 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 I want to go Muntaza. Let me go to Muntaza. And then the taxi driver diverts the route. Then half the way you say, no, 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 I want to go Katara. I don't want to go Muntaza, go to Katara. Then what happens? The taxi driver diverts the way. Then what happened? Half the way or nearing to Katara, you say, no, 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 I want to go Raslafan. Can you take a U-turn? So this is how you keep operating your mind if you don't have clarity about what you want in life. So confusion in mind will not attract what you want in life. You have to be clear about what exactly you want in life and write it down. If when you are writing it down, you are putting those things in your subconscious mind, and it will attract what you want. Okay. And you have to lay down a plan. Not only writing, you have to lay down a plan and act accordingly. That's how the clarity happens. Okay. And that's what I said. If you become the solution is, yes, you need to have a very clarity about introspect and get the clarity about what you want in life, And also you have to plan your actions, and also you have to learn the skill. So for example, one of my friend who don't know much about the money market, okay, but want to multiply the money. So he dived into the money market and invested some money, but he lost. Now, so he was hit by the market, okay, and he got scared. And next step, he don't want to take any step into the into investment, okay, because he did not learn the subject properly. Okay, he did not take any course, he did not check with his friends, or he did not talk with the investment gurus, or he did not watch the lessons, whatever. So we need to learn the skill, have the clarity about how you can go about achieving your goal. Say for example, if you want to multiply your investment from 1000 to 100,000, you need to have a roadmap about doing it, where I can invest, which shares, which stocks, which funds. All these need to be learned, which is operating good, which is not doing good. So all this need to be learned. If we don't learn, we lose interest about even earning money, because earning money is just only you're accumulating, but you are not multiplying. So if you want to multiply, you have to learn how to multiply. It doesn't mean that at last that person should not feel that I should not earn money because I'm having this pressure about multiplying it. Okay, so this kind of mindset sets in. So don't we need to have, in order to have a very clarity of mind, we need to learn the subject and then go about fixing your goal in that particular area, and then go about planning what actions you're supposed to take, and then there is a lot of possibility for you to get successful in that area. Here again, what mind you're switching to is conscious mind. Of course, you need to plan, you need to do the learnings, you need to have the all the information from the outside world to plan your life, to set that goal. And you have to switch to your subconscious mind also, because the conscious mind have to keep feeding to the subconscious mind about yes, this is my plan, and this I will do, and this is going to be my result. Your result you have to visualize. You should not be desperate about the results also. The results you always have to visualize. Say for example, if you're planning from 100,000 to 500,000, then yes, you have to visualize as though that 500,000 is in your bank account. Okay, so that visualization, how you can do is only with your help of subconscious mind. The next clarity is about trying too hard on anything which you don't know. Okay, particularly for example, if you're born to learn anything, say for example, if you want to do public speaking, okay, without practicing, without knowing, that is called as glossophobia, it seems. I don't know, just yesterday only I got to know about this. But and without knowing how you're supposed to do the public speaking and how you're supposed to prepare for it, if you're going to go and stand in front of the audience, you are not going to do well, and you are trying to push your mind to do something which is not actually registered inside your mind. It is not available in your subconscious mind. The data is not there. So what is the solution? The same example, another example in the same scenario is learning swimming. People do get scared about even entering the water. You know why? Because they don't know swimming. And how are we supposed to, and if you are going to jump, you're going to have a problem about drowning yourself, or somebody have to come to rescue you. So all this will sets in, and at last you will have a fear towards the water itself. You will not be able to go near it. How we are supposed to address this? We need to have first the relaxed mind. Yes, what is my goal? I need to do the public speaking. I want to learn. I want to learn swimming, and then visualize that as though you're doing the public speaking in the front of audience in a structured way. How you do the public speaking? There, the glossophobia. Actually, there is a lesson to get rid of this glossophobia. You have to go through these lessons and practice them, apply them, and visualize as though you are practicing as well as you are succeeding in doing that particular goal. Say public speaking. Okay, so in this mind, you cannot put your conscious mind in front and make you to do that, make you to achieve that goal. You have to switch off that conscious mind, and you have to do the relax and do the visualization. Of course, the practice and the learning comes with the conscious mind, and then feed all of these visualization to yourself. When you do the visualization, it goes to the subconscious mind, and automatically you will be doing slowly, you will be improving in these areas. Okay, so this is one of the these are the various scenarios where the success is being held up with from you, not by others, not by the outside world, not by the any circumstances, but it's all by you. You are holding you back from any of the things which is happening good unto you through your mind only. Okay, the next is actually expecting immediate results. As I told you, there are certain things in life we don't get immediate results at all. Say, for example, Rome was not built in a day. Say you're planting a seed and it will take some time for it to grow, right? So you need to wait. You cannot keep pulling out the soil and see whether the seed has germinated or not, right? So it will take its own time. So what you're supposed to do is do your duty and surrender to it. Understand that certain things in our life will not happen immediately. You have to calm your mind. In this case, you have to doing the duty is only the conscious mind, and switch it off. Don't analyze too much, and move it to the faith. Move it to give it to give surrender yourself to that particular to the Almighty, and believe 100% that everything will go on well. Okay, so the you have to operate mostly until you could get the until you could see the results are sprouting. Until then, you need to be very very faithful, and you need to be very strongly believe in your subconscious mind. Feed the subconscious mind that it has to believe that everything will go on well. Okay, next is actually overthinking and analyzing. Noisy mind. Okay, most of us go through this. I wear like this, and even now sometimes I do get jammed with these kind of overthinking, analyzing, too many works, multitasking. All this will turn your will turn your efficiency down, and it will not help you to focus in what you want. And it when you can't focus, of course you will not be able to achieve what you are aiming for. Okay, so in these cases, mostly you need to be you need to turn off the analytic mind and practice the silence, or go within you for a few minutes. Muthu sir always say that to practice at that situation, Nityananda meditation, okay, by which you are passing the magnetic energy right from the top of your head to the toes. Okay, so the whole of your body is getting energetic, and of course you are spreading the you have to feel that the divine energy is passing through your body, and you become calm, and then introspect what you want, how you can deal with that situation. Take one thing at a time. Do not move from one do not do multitasking, and that will not going to help you. But one thing at a time. In a the given task, you need to have at least 10 minutes to focus on that particular task, right? So you that's how you have to handle all your overthinking, analyzing, and noisy mind. Okay, so this also will hold you from achieving your success. In this case, yes, if you're overthinking, cut down the conscious mind, and you need to be in silence, go to your inner mind, and practice Nityananda Tava meditation. And yes, you have to feed your subconscious mind that yes, I'm in the present. What I can do now in this given time. That's what you have to focus all about. Certain things don't have any solution, then we need to accept and keep moving on. We don't have to overthink or analyze that aspect at all. Okay, so the frequencies of mind, which part of mind are we operating? First, actually, in the at the sensory levels, that is at the beta, we are at the conscious level. Okay, when we are in the agna, we are accessing the subconscious mind. Okay, and theta also, we are in the subconscious mind. And when we are doing the Turyatita meditation, we travel to the superconscious mind. So we can change our conscious mind and subconscious mind every now and then by being in alpha. By changing your focus into alpha, by bringing down your mental frequency, this will bring in a lot of clarity in your day-to-day hustle bustle life. Okay, and also during these kind of when you're habituated with certain habits, yes, which part of mind is operating from is all the habits, good and bad habits are in the habitual or in the conscious mind. Okay. But whereas when you analyze, then you move it to the subconscious mind. So the GPS to success is stop overthinking. No need to get worried about what the emotions is all about, and stop your guilt feeling, jealousy, anxiety, fear, and lack of knowledge, and practice our system by doing our meditation, by introspection, by maintaining silence, and on a daily basis also it is possible. You can, if you are there in silence for half an hour, it's enough. And use your conscious mind with awareness to program your subconscious mind. So both the minds are accessible, both the minds are powerful. I believe that a conscious mind, if you know to program the conscious mind, then then you will be able to take control over the subconscious mind, and the subconscious mind will become your slave. It will listen to what, but the consciously you should know what you're feeding into it. So give command to your subconscious mind to access your superconscious mind also, where if you don't have any solution, intuitions will help us in that, in our life, and we will do the rightful thing. So by habituating the subconscious mind, you pave the way to success.